I feel like music is actually more impactful than sports.
Facts.
I just said that. Woo!
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Abel, man, and appreciate y'all coming back to another episode of Here to Inspire with my brother Sim.
What's happening? What's happening? Here to Inspire podcast.
Look, man, we
5-4 Society Studio.
We back with another great episode. We got a good guest though. Great guest, amazing guest, major guest, right? Basketball player,
Yeah. Author.
artist.
Artist.
Come on, man,
He does it all. And he brung his family too. Shout out to his wife
and the baby
girl.
and the baby
in the mix. That's
and
how you
the
do
baby.
it.
We got our
That's how
brother
you do
Trey
it.
Lewis in the house, y'all.
Trey
man.
Lou.
Trey Lou. What's poppin', brother?
I want to start off by saying shout out to y'all, man. I've been seeing the roll out. I was like, as soon as y'all asked me to be here, I was like, absolutely, man. It's
Man,
appreciated.
we appreciate you coming on and talking with us, man, and vibing with us, man.
No doubt, brother.
For real, man. Hey, come on, I know that's right. Let's get
We grateful. We grateful.
Look,
Thank you for
look.
saying yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for saying yes.
I'm here, man.
So yeah, talk about, like life as a professional basketball. You do a lot.
Yeah.
But let's talk about like
Man,
professional.
multi-talented.
I'm trying to be like you.
the man could do everything.
I'm lightweight tall, but I can't. My coordination ain't there. You feel me? People always think I could play basketball. I'm like, I play prison ball.
Not rich.
I will foul you.
You look like you'll hack somebody.
Oh my God, it's the traps.
Take somebody's head
It's the
off.
traps. I'm like, sit down. Don't shoot in front of me. I change to another person. But yeah,
God.
talk about that. Talk about that lifestyle, my guy.
Man, well, yeah, man. To God be the glory, man. Honestly, bro.
Always.
Like, where I've been able to go with the game of basketball. I've had dreams as a little boy, playing professionally, and to be able to live that out has been, truly a dream come true. But for me, I'm in this transitional period.
Yeah.
Looking beyond the game of basketball to whatever that next is. I'm still trying to figure that out. But man. I'll always love the game. It's a part of who I am. It's like my fabric, and you know what I'm saying? It's in my DNA. So
That's fire. Like you said, it's in your day. Like football, forever a football player.
no matter what you do, you still gonna be that.
I still got the football tendencies and everything.
I would
like
dog
that.
you.
I highly
No, I'm playing.
What position?
I played safety.
Safety.
And I played some wide receiver too.
For real.
Hands wasn't that. My hands was good at a certain point, but they wasn't the best.
Yeah.
But I hit you though.
Take a boy head
It's
off.
crazy how like the principles of being a safety and football, it translates to a lot of probably still what you do. Is
Come on, everything.
Yeah.
It's how I move certain times or what I do. It's like I still it always stay with you.
Stay with you.
It stay with you, man. Oh my gosh. So we just gonna hit this now. You new father.
Yeah.
How is fatherhood, bro?
Bro, it is amazing. It truly is amazing, and I'm like new in everything because I'm like also a new husband. I mean,
New husband, new father. Come on.
years,
Yeah.
and now the baby is 10 months, so it's been like transition after transition. We just kind of like hop right into it.
Yeah.
Me and wifey, we got married after only knowing each other for 5 months. 5 months.
Oh, y'all Christians for real.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. No, for real. Don't it feel like that? You be like, Lord, this has to be the
This
one.
the one. This the one.
Because I want to hug her. I just want to hug her. I want to hug her all the time, God.
No, but it's funny. So it's a kind of a funny story with that, because I said 5 and she said 8, and the reason is I met her while I was overseas. I was in Israel at the time playing ball.
Okay.
And I DM'd her, right? I shot my shot, and she responded, got them digits.
Had to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Had to.
I ain't gonna miss that one.
Come on now, talk heavy then. If you gonna talk heavy.
I shot my shot, and then so we started talking for 3 months while I was overseas before we met first in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
After 5 months of actually meeting each other in person, we got married. But we got married really, really quickly, and then we got we had a baby right after I got home from overseas. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy.
Christian marriage.
So how was that, man? Like holding your daughter for the first time. Talk about that, like
Bro,
that moment.
All right, bro. Am I close enough to the mic? My man, let me put
Yeah, bring it a little closer.
can
Bring it a
put it
little closer.
closer.
Yup.
There we go. Yeah, so nah, bro, I cried, bro. Like I didn't know how I was gonna feel. I was hyped about the moment, but I was in there for the whole thing and watched the baby come out, and I was like more in shock than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they doing they 1-2 in there, and got their baby all cleaned off, and had to put it on my wife to breastfeed and all of that. And then it was my time, you know what I'm saying? I wanted her to have her time with the baby, but then when it was my time, I said, let me get my time, you know what I'm saying? Chest to chest.
That's amazing,
Ain't nothing
bro.
like that chest to chest, man.
Bro, it ain't.
I could tell y'all because y'all been there. Y'all
For
know
real.
It ain't like I held my daughter, when I held both of my kids, my son for the first time, I was the first one to hold him. So, man, it threw me, it tore me all the way up. Like, messed me up.
Yeah.
I was like, I never felt anything like this in my life. Like, being able to feel like, man, I really just created a human. And being able to hold the little, like, it's crazy with my son and my daughter.
Yeah.
Threw me off. I was like, man.
So that's dope because y'all both had 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
And so y'all had this experience twice. Is it like, you know, and God willing, I have a son, man. I wanna have that feeling, but is it like the same feeling again? Like
It's the same.
It's the same.
I would
I don't know.
Will I would say every situation different because when
You right.
yeah, because you know, like when we had we had our first boy, it was like in the start of COVID. So like nobody know what to do. Hospitals are like, oh yeah, the zombies coming. We like the protocol is I don't want to touch nobody. So like we was like super isolated. The doctors still were great. The nurses were still great for every time they were there, but it was just like so like isolated. Our families couldn't pull up, so like it was just me and my wife just
How it was.
thugging it.
That's how it was. We didn't have nobody. It was just us two.
Exactly.
On the second, or even with the second baby, it was
Oh,
us
really?
two. Yeah, when Alexis came, nobody was able to be in there.
That's how, man. But yes, this the part that made it like super different is like when I first had my when I had my first boy, when I had my boy, my first son, he like couldn't. This I see now like why this happened. So like in the womb, he had the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck 3 times, right? And like you hear that, and like your heart, your stomach, like you like, what you mean?
Boy.
And then they say he wasn't breathing on his own. I'm like, so I didn't get that like first initial held my son chest. I was like, I couldn't touch him. Like I held him for a second, then they had to take him away to try to get him to breathe and everything. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Like trying to, you know, because I'm the only one there, and I got to give like family updates because that was wild.
Bro, like that's.
Bruh. So long story short, they had to take him to the NICU and still wasn't able to touch him or like hold him for real. My wife like was by herself, so it's me isolated from my son, isolated from my wife, no family around. So I asked the doctor, I was like, oh, where's your bathroom? Right. And I went to the bathroom. When I tell you I was wailing like I never wailed before, I was like, God, what's going on, man? You tripping. Like I was like heated for real. Yeah. And like just super sad. And then like I had this piece. I was like, all right. Like you said we was gonna have a son, so he here. Bet like I'm gonna believe you. Like, and so long story short, they were able to like get him on fluids and everything, able to get him to eat, and like he started to breathe on his own. I'm like, thank God. I was able to hold him. We was there for an extra like couple days for them to monitor. But like holding him for that first time, I'm like, God, like I'm grateful for every breath.
Yeah,
right?
that's
so
good.
My second son, I'm not like I'm like he could breathe back. It was just way more like it ain't no tears at all. It's like thank you, what's good, boy? Like, right. And he was like born like a freaking giant.
I'm an emotional fool sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm a gangster. Number one. Let's get that. I'm a gangster, certified. Come on, but
real.
When them babies, boy,
they break you down.
To you, them babies do something to you.
For real.
Yeah, those moments, like you would cherish those, and you also want to make sure you protect the babies at any cost.
At any cost,
like,
that's
no,
right.
You can't hold him. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Clean. Wash your hands. Yeah. Wash your hands before you try to pick this baby up. You see this preciousness.
So, tell us, man. Like, how was that transition of going from and you still on the court, but going really from the court to becoming an artist?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, man. It's been a unique transition, bro, because it's like
might want to move a little closer to you.
I grew up
fix
like
yours
this.
Too. Get out
in there.
So it's interesting because I grew up like and I think I got this mindset more from my pops. Like, he didn't let me play other sports.
Okay.
He was like, you going to lock in at basketball. If that's what you want to do, you be the best at it. You know what I'm saying? You put your work in, you grind. And even though I wanted to play football, but my dad was like, no, you the type that's going to mess around and get hurt.
Ruin your whole career,
I
boy.
appreciated that, you know what I'm saying? But looking back, I wish I played more sports because each sport teach you something different.
It do,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, with my kids, if they want to play more sports, I definitely let them. But I do appreciate the lock-in focus mentality. And that's kind of like what I was on all throughout my career. And then I remember I always knew I had a gift for music, you know what I'm saying? And then specifically rapping because I would always battle rap. That was my thing. I love battle rap growing up. You know what I'm saying? Getting right to it.
For real.
So I would always battle people, and they was like, "Hey man, you should really do this." And I was always like, "Nah, man, I'm a hooper." You know what I'm saying? And then I remember one of my big cousins, man, took me to the stew one time, bruh. And he was around a lot of street rappers. You know what I'm saying? And so when I'm going to the stew, it's we're going to talk about it. Strippers, the weed, everything was in there, right?
Who we about to slide on?
Exactly.
About to kill
in the studio, going in, and I'm a young buck. I'm, I think middle school or just going to high school at that time period. And they like, yo, Trey, get in the stew and spit something. So I go in there, and they threw that Rick Ross instrument on. I think I'm Big Meat. I get on that joint. I just get the rapping, right?
For real.
I'm going in.
For real.
And they all they stopped the music, and they ran into the studio, and they was like, hey, bruh, you want to hoop or you want to rap? Because you can rap. And man, that scared the mess out of me. I was like, man, I want to hoop, man. I want to hoop, man. I don't want no smoke with y'all doing in here.
I'm about to walk out the studio. You about to get clapped.
Exactly.
Nah,
You want to hoop or you want to rap?
I have no idea at this moment.
Since you asked.
Exactly. So I'm just sitting there like, man, I want to hoop, but they phrase it in a way it's like you can only do one.
Exactly.
Whatever you want to do.
That's
exactly.
crazy.
And I didn't really get that mindset until I was already a professional athlete.
That's
I'm overseas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got all this time to kill. You know what I'm saying? I love the music. And I actually had my family. I flew my family out to France with me at that time period. So we living in France. And my sister was like, hey, man, you should really do a mixtape. Like,
What's stopping you? Why not?
Why not? And I was just like, but my biggest thing too was the reason I even started taking music more seriously is because I just hated what was out here.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing the same old stuff, man. We need an alternative.
It'd be some trash.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of trash.
It'd be a lot of trash.
Some good artists.
From a lot of y'all favorite artists too,
Ooh,
man.
Lord.
Come on.
Talk about it. Talk
Come
about
on.
We don't have to talk about it.
Talk.
That's the only way to change it.
That's the
For real.
only. Ooh, that's the only way
The
to
only way
change
we're gonna change something if we really talk about it. So I appreciate
that.
this space, man, to actually talk about some real stuff. And that's why I wanted to come on here, because I was like, oh, y'all talking some real talk on here.
Oh yeah, we're
Oh, yeah.
talking heavy on this.
Oh, yeah. No
A
fluff.
lot of people be like, that's why when you
We ain't beating around the bush or nothing.
yeah, like,
Nah,
I was
we
like,
can't
let's
do
talk.
that.
I'm an open book. We know it's free game. Like
We-
you know,
yeah.
any topic. So but I love it though. And so like for me, doing music and taking it serious,
Yeah.
I know that I'm here to make a change.
Come on, I
if
know
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
do it. Like we're gonna do. I'm trying to compete with the top industry artists
Right.
sonically.
Exactly.
But like my words, it's all about the words.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And I'm gonna use the word.
Come on, bruh.
Now, how do you feel about So you said your dad like put that in you, like you gonna do this, and then you had your homies like you can only like you make a choice right now.
Yeah.
You want
how do
rap?
those type of like labels pop up in your head?
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, because people automatically try to label you and say this is what you're doing, or they only had a certain mold of this is how you fit into that. And I think we're entering into a time space where people are breaking out of mold.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We enter in a space where it's like you cannot label me because I'm so much more than that.
Yeah.
And so for so long people try to just call me a basketball player.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just fit that mold because that's what afforded me opportunities. It brought me in certain doors.
Yeah.
And, being a professional athlete is lit. It gives you a lot of exposure. But I had to realize I'm more than an athlete.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
There's
bruh.
more
Talk,
in me.
man.
If I don't go out here and show it, nobody would know it. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So I had to
That's
just
good.
take a leap of faith and be like, even if they not rocking with it at first, because that's the tough part.
Exactly.
Being an artist, because it's like, man, stick to the hoops. Like you always hear that in your mind.
Exactly.
It's like, actually, what I'm doing right now, I'm seeing more fruit from it.
Yeah.
Because on the court, people, you go to a game, right? and you see 5 players on the court, 10 players, playing against each other. And it's dope, if I go for 30, have a great game, it's like, okay, yeah, remember that moment. But what did I really do to impact your life?
Exactly.
Wait, I'm trying to leave here and leave you with something when you go home.
And you can't really do that on the court. I mean, you can't go after interview and say something, but it's like
moments. You get like miniature moments. Yeah.
When you on that mic you in the studio and you recording, I'm trying to connect with somebody's heart.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different feeling. And for me, I'm all about impact. So I feel like music is actually more impactful than sports.
Facts.
I just said that. Ooh, that's tough, man.
Talk heavy.
I come from sports.
Exactly.
Like sports has been my life for so long, but it's like, but sports is a huge impact.
Yeah.
You have both together. So I'm not saying one over another, but music do have more impact.
Because the thing, that's facts. Everybody listen to music. Like music was legit created by God. Like nobody could take that
you're gonna have to hear it.
You're gonna have to hear it.
That's why we call the podcast Here to Inspire.
I heard this one thing where somebody said this about music. Like music is the only thing that doesn't have to ask to penetrate your soul. Like you could hear a tune and like without you like giving it, the opportunity, it's already in you. Yeah. And you like, hold on now. That's why you start grooving, start moving. It's like, hold on, I feel it.
What's that?
Like I could feel it. And music has that, man. Cause I could turn off a basketball game any second. I don't care for sports, me personally, except like UFC and like football or basketball.
Right. That's it. Yeah. UFC.
That's where it come from.
Yeah, and probably can't fight.
I
can do exactly. Fight. Hey, I'm 10-0. Ask my brother. I'm 10-0.
No. We know. Cecil, we know.
I'm staying out of that. But no, you said something good, bro. You said music was created by God.
Yeah.
So that means it's for God.
Exactly.
But along the lines, like, and over time, we kind of have just started using music for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like to make us feel good.
Like
and
we do all things.
I want to hear something that's going to make me feel good, but not understanding its true intent and purpose was to glorify God.
Yeah.
So that's like what I'm steering, at least the music that I make, is back into that. Let's glorify God with it. And it's going to be hard.
Exactly.
And that's been my stigma with like Christian hip hop for so long.
Yeah.
Because
let's talk about it.
If it's going to be for God, it should be the best music.
Bro.
The best. Come on.
Like stop playing, because I always said that. Like no cap. Like one of my favorite rappers is obviously Kendrick Lamar. And I'm like Kendrick has like put faith in his music here and there. These days it's different, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
It's different.
But he's put faith in his music. J. Cole has put like faith in his music.
Cole, man.
Those are my top two.
Close to being a full out believer. Like even just hearing his content.
Kendrick
felt, I don't know.
I don't know. Hit my line, Kendrick, if you listening, my boy. But we'll talk about it. But like, it's people who have like put faith in their music.
Right.
Like at one point I thought like Lupe was a Christian because he said God, but he was talking about Allah because he's Muslim. Kanye made Jesus. Like it's been people who have made great faith-filled music, and then like the rest of their music is just like.
So let me ask you this. Give me your top 5.
How you?
CHH.
Ooh,
top 5. Top 5.
Great.
Hey,
this is great.
Because I just seen somebody talk about their top 5, that's not the top 5.
Top 5 CHH.
I seen that top 5.
Who?
I just know I seen it. I love you too, bruh. It was on VAR Studios. Young Ray was interviewing somebody top 5. That ain't no top 5. Yeah. Give me your top 5.
I seen it.
Different. You know what I'm saying? Because
they gonna give me for that.
They coming at you.
Top 5. I'll give you my if you want to talk.
Let's talk top 5.
Top 5. Go ahead. Though.
You want me to go first?
I want yours. I want his.
Okay, so this for me is different because we can talk about lyricism. We can talk about
shout out to her.
Who makes the dopest music. My daughter going crazy on the stage.
Big shout out to
shout
her.
out to my daughter over there. But no, we could talk about lyricism, all of that. So when I'm making my top 5, right? These are people that when I listen to them, they impacted my soul.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? They are really speaking to my life, and they're helping me to become a better believer.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so I'm not just judging off the big hits that they make and, you know, the name and recognition, because everybody in CHH ain't really for Jesus.
Come on.
That's real.
You know,
For
and
a fact.
and I'm gonna say this first before even getting into the list. Like when I first entered the space, I had to really check my heart, and it was a time where God set me down for making music, because I was like, yo, this is a lane where I can really, you know, get my name out there.
And
Exactly.
you can touch so many people.
But that was the wrong mindset, because it's like no, the music is made for him.
Exactly.
I should be pushing him and glorifying him.
That's
but I
good.
got in it for the wrong reason. If you gonna call yourself a Christian hip hop artist, that comes first. Christ comes first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's
so
above
many
everything.
people got into it and realized it's a lane. Like nobody knew people become a millionaire for this stuff until Lecrae started becoming a millionaire off it.
Exactly.
And then people looking at it like, hold on, it's
good
some dollars behind this.
That's
Exactly.
good stuff. For
And so
real.
now labels and all these people are getting behind because it's about the dollar now.
Yeah.
So God checked my heart, man, and set me down. He's like, if you ain't gonna do it for me, don't do it at all.
I like that. I love that. I love that, bruh.
Ever since that, it kind of changed who I listen to, even within CHH, man. And I've had the privilege of meeting a lot of the guys up close and talking to them and having these conversations. And so when I'm giving my list, I'm judging off of the heart. No disrespect.
I like that though.
No, that's good.
I like that though. Off the it's like, yo, who really
Who a
minister?
Christian?
Who's ministering? Right? Like
For
who,
real.
like who helping me? Like I'm having a terrible day, and I can take this, and this can resonate with me, and I can take this back to the bank
Exactly.
to really help
Exactly.
change what I got going on.
That's good.
That's good. The only reason I don't like doing lists because you're always leaving some out and you go back like, dang, I should have said. But just something that come off the top of my head, you know, Brian Trejo, Cole. He's
Okay.
somebody that really ministers to me. Brian Trejo, you got KB, who I
Yeah.
feel like is,
KB hard.
I mean, sonically is
He there.
like
He got it.
Got it.
He got it.
He got it.
He got it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Every
You got
he got
the
it.
upcoming killers like Miles Minnick in the game who
Miles
holding it
Minnick
down on the
tight.
west
Yeah,
side.
he hard. He
I
hard.
was
saying?
really tight.
He hard. He
He
hard.
hard. You got people like Hovey. Shout out Hovey.
Always.
Went to Hovey.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
Here
lie.
at the concert.
Hovey
Hovey
got
is
the
a
game.
dog.
He got the game on smash
Hovey
right
ain't-
For real.
But his heart, man.
His
I
heart
talked to
is-
him after, bro.
Yeah.
It was just like real humble.
Yeah.
Humility, and that's what
Yeah.
I love, man.
Yeah.
Humble dude, but you could tell like his music is really what
Hovey
he about.
got, man. I love his music. I listen to it.
Hovey.
For real.
I love his music.
Y'all hip to 7 from Hog Mob.
I already know. I'm man 7.
Real
I-
gangster. I know
Hey,
you
look.
gonna appreciate that.
Come on, real gangster. No, 7.
7 is
Should be over God over money.
yeah,
Bizzle.
Yeah.
Come
I was
on.
about to say Bizzle next.
Yeah, Hog Mog. Like, I'm talking about 7 in the like he really in the trenches though.
And
Like he ain't just
like quit rap.
he ain't
to
faking
really be
it.
in the trenches.
Really?
Come on, I'm talking about in the trenches.
Yeah, I really rocks with 7.
Really and did some things.
It's true.
Yeah, you definitely got to get hip to 7. And I was gonna say Bizzle next. Bizzle was actually one of my first favorite Christian hip hop artists because when I heard him, he was going at Jay. He was
Hey,
going at
Bizzle.
everybody.
Hey,
He
you
was
know,
going at Rick Ross.
he was like, nigga, you got some explaining to do, nigga. You got some explaining to do.
Bizzle came out hard. He was like, you know, Christian 50 Cent, like how he came out the
Really?
gate, like yo, I,
Yes, Bizzle.
ain't-
I ain't
crazy.
heard. I ain't heard old Bizzle. I ain't-
What?
I ain't
Man,
heard
look, when I
old Bizzle.
first,
Bizzle.
when I
But first, well, let's keep it a buck. Christian hip hop at one point was terrible, and all people was playing. All I was hearing was more Lecrae.
No.
Like just
I was barely bumping Lecrae.
bruh.
I'm gonna
I
be real,
wasn't.
and no disrespect to Cray, nigga. I was bumping Eshawn.
Eshawn Burgundy.
Come on, Eshawn.
still
Eshawn, big top 5.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Ain't come on, you hear what he be talking about?
he talked that talk.
Swoop.
The legend.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ohio.
Who I was listening to? Kristen Gray.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Hometown
Ohio.
hero.
Hometown
For
hero.
real.
Come on, man. Then you got Bizzle. Then you got who else? You got Andy.
I knew he was gonna say Andy.
Many
I'm a big fan of Andy. Andy. You got Thizzle.
Thizzle Hart.
Come on, man. You got KB. You got
You going? You off the 5?
what? Who else we got? We got
This boy about to go top 10.
We can even go.
Dayton.
Yeah. Oh man.
Come
gotta
on,
talk
man.
about dating.
Come on,
You
we
went
gotta
real
crazy.
We gotta go to
Dating
dating
crazy.
hard.
Yeah,
Even my bro Seth is he
Seth
it's
is
crazy. He
his
got
site.
bars
Yeah.
though for real.
Cleveland.
He ain't afraid to be. Seth ain't afraid to say nothing on the mic.
For real.
So them
That's the
just some
dudes
of the
I
cats.
respect, man, who gonna really put it out there, cause you know the age we living in where it's people want to be more quiet on the hush to get them dollars, and it's like, come on, man, what we really doing this for? And I think we are at a really pivotal point in not just music, but in our walk as believers.
That's
like,
real.
Who is really for you?
Yeah.
And then even our walk as believers, man. Even as us as believers, people they be quiet. They don't want people to. Oh, that's too much.
Right.
Let me just.
That type of thing happen all the time. And I know, like, I don't know how it is in sports, because sports always, to me, I've always felt like sports has a faith undertone, a faith-based undertone. Like, regardless of where you go, like, you will always find somebody that believes in, like, Jesus for real,
For sure.
who like holds faith, like, on a pedestal like it should be, like, who holds their faith on a pedestal like it should be. Do you feel like this may sound crazy, but do you feel like it's more people who like really live out their faith in sports or in the music industry?
I'm gonna definitely say music, and the reason I'm gonna say music is you have a whole lane for it. You know what I'm saying? In gospel and CHH, you have lanes of people who have been proclaiming the name of Christ for years, who have been glorifying God for years in their walk. And sports, it's like we talked about before, you got just little pockets to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have an ability to really speak, and a lot of times they don't want you speaking too much.
Exactly.
Athletes, and so you only have a limited things that it's so far you can go. And I only see very few in the NBA right now actually using their platform for that.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just like Steph Curry pointing up in the air. I'm talking about like when the mic is in your face, like, are you using the platform that God is giving you?
Man, people
really,
they feel like I think a lot of people scared they could possibly get canceled.
Yeah,
they think
absolutely.
it's anti-Semitic
That's what
to
it
talk
is.
about Jesus.
That's
Like,
what
let's be real. A lot of people. Oh man, you see Jamie Foxx. He said
That
they
was
killed the man.
weird as
I was
heck.
like, these niggas so stupid,
Bruh, that was so
Like,
weird.
these
Like,
niggas so stupid. They can cancel me now. I hit them over the head with a baseball bat.
For real.
Don't care.
That was such a,
Like-
this man said, this how you know people don't read the Bible. For the simple fact that he said, what he say, these friends are fake.
Wait,
and
catch me up to speed. Wait, what happened?
Man,
So,
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx
Foxx
said
put
something
out,
about they killed. What you think they gonna do to you? They killed the man named Jesus.
Oh yeah, he got
And
canceled.
They tried to cancel. Like, how
then the
they said
caption said no
anti-Semitic.
fake friends, right?
I say, how is that anti?
Like, y'all not about to think about Judas? Like, this the biggest moment in history.
People
You feel me?
crazy.
Because they don't read their Bible.
You don't read the Bible. Like, oh,
But
yeah,
at the
you talking
same,
about the Jews.
but they
Like,
don't want
first
you
of
to
all,
mention. But at the same
gonna bring
time, I
it
feel like
wrong.
they don't want you to mention anything about
Jesus at
Christ.
all.
Anything. They don't. They want you to. As look, I say this: don't get sensitive when it's you.
Yeah.
Don't get sensitive when it's you.
Yeah.
At all. Like, don't get let people say what they want to say at the
Yeah.
end of the day, number one. But then how you upset it because somebody else got it? Their beliefs is different than yours, or you feel sensitive because you don't line up with their belief.
Yeah.
Nigga, you crazy.
I think the time we live in is such a, of course, it's a pivotal moment because, like, I say, like, a few months ago or top of last year, I was like, man, this generation chalk. This generation chalk, they do this. It's all this different identity crisis, da 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 da. And I was just in my own feelings, in my own mindset.
You hear me?
At the top,
They gone.
at the top of the year, when I tell you, like, I'm starting to like,
They
so I
gone,
work
bruh.
with I work with youth, right? So I work with youth, and
Got
I
nothing
like
for
work in the
these
school.
jokers.
I'm talking to
I
these
ain't got
kids.
nothing for 'em. I'm sorry.
I'm talking to these kids, and when I tell you, it's some like believers, like some kids that want to be disciples.
I wanna meet.
When I tell you that this generation got a fire, like y'all remember 90s church? No, in the 90s.
In the
going
90s?
to church.
I was born in the 90s.
Early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, when everybody was talking about like Jesus coming tomorrow, like Revelation, it's time, like the rapture was popping.
He said
right?
tomorrow.
For real, that's how it was. Every service is like, hey, it's over.
Y'all ever see that? Hold on. You ever see that lady? That was an old lady. She said, the Lord is coming, and it can be the quick as this. And she was gone. You hear
cousin said that
me?
to
When she
me every
said, you
time we
heard
came
me,
back
nah.
her and now. But yeah, so at that time period, it was just like a strong urge for people to like get right with God and like give their life to God. I feel, and I was like 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. And I'm looking at this, like going to the church conferences, and I'm looking at all these people, and like I could feel like the power of God, just not on no fake like, oh, praise Jesus, but on some real like, God, I'm giving my life to you.
Yeah.
I'm giving my life to you. I feel like this generation has that, but like 10 times higher.
Wow. Come on.
Because it's so crazy outside right now.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I know that God is raising up a new generation of strong, real believers.
For a fact.
Because it has to happen. You know, for his purposes to take place, for his kingdom to be established on earth, it has to happen. We got to have the real ones rise up. And so we seeing that. But when the real ones rise up, the fake is gonna be exposed.
Exactly.
So that's the era that we in right now.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and it's tough because there needs to be accountability, and that's the tough part. People don't want to be held accountable.
People don't want to be held accountable.
People don't.
And I
wanna be
say that
held.
again.
That's
don't
good.
be sensitive when it's you.
Don't be sensitive when it's you.
So, bro, as we wrap up the pod, man. Before we wrap up the pod, we got drip in the house, y'all.
Oh yeah, drip alkaline.
We got drip in the
official, the official water of Here to Inspire.
Tastes good.
It tastes really good.
Tastes
Pure.
good.
It's pure. I don't think I've been drinking water right. That's how good this water is. I think I've been drinking fake water.
Cause this water tastes like how water.
Yep, I've been drinking fake water.
I know how tap tastes.
I know how tap tastes.
I
I
know
know how the hose tastes.
Look.
I know how the hose, water hose.
Whoa.
I know water hose.
Oh my!
In there.
Wow.
the water hose.
That's where you going,
bro. Whoa.
That's where you going.
Bro, I know how the hose.
How the water hose outside from the.
That's where you going. Hey, look, y'all.
Got it.
And that's staying in there. But look, as we wrap up the pod, man, Trey, man,
Talk about your book.
talk
Real
about
quick,
the book.
talk about your book.
Talk about the book.
Man, God put it on my heart to write a book for athletes.
Let's
It's
go.
called Peace to Perform.
Let's go.
Peace to
Athletes.
perform.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Peace to Perform. It's an athlete's 30-day devotional, something real easy to read, you know what I'm saying? And I wrote it because throughout my career, I felt a lot of pressure to perform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it was for the next contract, you know what I'm saying, a salary, a job, or, even when I was going through my NBA pre-workouts, you know what I'm saying, things like that, the draft, the tryouts, and all of that. It's like you're constantly being evaluated, so you feeling all this pressure to perform.
Yeah.
And the truth is, now where I'm at, I wish I can go back a lot of times and relive. So I know y'all go through that, man. I wish I could redid this with this mind frame.
Yeah.
But I understand that my true value comes from Christ, and nobody can take that from me.
Come on.
Like,
Facts.
I know my true identity and who I am as a son and child of God.
Yeah.
Man, it's like, I don't care if you don't want me. That's your bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me on your team, or you don't see the value that I can bring.
That's good, bro.
And so that has really shaped, how I move now. And so I'm not looking to be a part of anything that God don't have me a part of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Peace
bro.
to perform.
Peace to Perform.
Come on.
And when is that? Is that out?
And so I haven't officially dropped it, but I have been, doing like, some, a few sales to the family and
Oh, that's right,
people
man.
like that. But I'm about to officially drop it soon. I'm still waiting on a date. I think I might drop it on my birthday, October 18th. So
Coming
Nice.
soon. Coming soon.
There it is.
dog.
Coming soon.
Coming soon,
That's
man.
incredible.
yes, sir.
That's incredible.
We now we appreciate you coming onto the pod, brother. We definitely appreciate you coming through, man. What would you say to the people before you get up out of here to inspire them? What would you say to the people?
Absolutely. The biggest thing, my message is know who you are and know whose you are.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing I could tell anybody is when you have your identity rooted in Christ, man, no one can take anything away from you. They could take the physical stuff. I've had a lot in my life. I've had little in my life. But one thing I know for sure is that I've always had God. And if you got that as a firm foundation, man, you can't be shaken no matter what come your way. And so we living in a time period where his real ones got to stand up. So this is a call to his real ones. If you're a believer, it's time to be bold and put your life on the line for it.
That's
Ooh,
hard, bro.
that's
I
hard.
love that. I love that. Take us home, Sim. Take us home. Matter of fact, hold on. Before you take us home, Sim, where can they find you, brother?
Instagram, Twitter, all that. Trey Lew 3, TREYLEW 3. On YouTube, Trey Lew Official. I'm dropping some new content on there as well.
Man, make sure y'all follow the brother.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe on everything he got going on. Follow him on the gram and everything, y'all. We got Trey Lewis in the house. Sim, take us home, baby. Take us home.
This has been another incredible episode, well-needed episode for real of Here to Inspire podcast. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, share all of it, and we will see y'all on the next one. Take care.
God bless y'all.